I want to do tonight is just simply say thank you. I mean, I look at Sam, and Sam, you're just exactly what all of these people are. You know, it's a lifetime of work ahead of you, all that you've accomplished, but you are exactly what Florida State needs. And Gerald, you know, we both went to Satellite High School, if you can believe that. And here we are tonight, both having made our living in the newspaper business, both at Florida State. Satellite Beach would never believe it. I look across, and you know, Dr. Harris, I mean, it's amazing the life you've lived. And it speaks to Florida State, as Gerald said, the roots of our university in the liberal arts, FSCW, and all those things that were instilled in this great campus long before we were here, you know, shine through in our professors and the caring people that make this university. I look at Sandy D'Alembert, who I got to serve for a short time. Told me it'd be the easiest job I'd ever have, being a speechwriter for Sandy. He basically wrote the speech, you know, gave him some speaking points, and he went extemporaneous from there. But what a pleasure that was to serve under the short time I did with Frank Murphy and you, and we started some nice things with the publications, and it was a good time. And now with John Thrasher, another Seminole who's, Sam shares some of the same qualities as an alumnus that you do. But as we look across tonight, I want to just thank you. So many people in this room make this the family that it is. You know, I have my wife here, Vera McKinney, who's a graduate of Florida State, and her parents, Lucas, who's an aspiring Seminole. We look at my friendship group that are really family. And as I look across the room, I see so many of you that shape my life in a meaningful way. We all have that defining moment. Gerald talked about it in his acceptance letter from Florida and Florida State. And I have a story that's a little similar. I was accepted to both Florida and Florida State, and I was at the University of South Florida as a pre-med major at the time, and taking care of a quadriplegic, and I realized that chemistry had broken my back, and I needed to change majors, and I was going to change campuses, and Florida had accepted me, and Florida State had accepted me. And I set up an interview at the University of Florida. Well, first of all, I set it up at Florida State. And Dean Ray Solomon introduced me to a professor, and I went into his office, and I had a long list of questions to ask him. I was interviewing him about why Florida State would be right for me. And about 2 questions in, he asked me if I like red wine or white wine. And after we had a couple glasses of wine, he turned me loose into the city of Tallahassee and said, walk across the campus and meet our people, because Florida and Florida State both use the same books, and you're going to be happiest where you're going to be most successful where you're the happiest. So get to know our people. And I did. Ken's Tavern, and I did the Tennessee Waltz. I liked everybody. So the next week I went to Gainesville, and I had an appointment set up with the Dean of the College of Business there. And 2 questions in, he asked me, was I interviewing for the Graduate School of Business? And I told him no, as an undergraduate. And his second question was, how did you get this appointment? And I told him I'd made it through his secretary, and he was dumbfounded. And the next thing he said to me is, he said, son, if you are not astute enough to know why the University of Florida is the better university, then you're not astute enough ever to be successful in business. And I wish he was here tonight for me to thank him. There's a special color of arrogance that can only be painted in orange and blue. I agree with you, Gerald. And can we all say amen? But I would like to say this, that there is a difference in the people. And I'm so glad that all of you have been a part of my life and a part of this Seminole family. Thank you.